Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
It's the podcast that's the Shoney's of podcasts, vaguely remembered but fondly recalled. Guys of a Certain Age, Robbie Koblenz in studio alongside
Art Shirley
and Jay Reed.
All right.
AKA Big Boy.
I tell you what. So I believe that Shoney's is responsible for the obesity epidemic in America because nobody had a buffet before the Shoney's breakfast buffet.
Huh.
Do you remember a buffet before the Shoney's breakfast buffet?
I remember going to
Other than a Chinese restaurant.
Morrison's and Piccadilly.
Did they have buffets?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they just had
Would
things.
you consider that a buffet? You're talking about just going down the line?
Yeah. I mean, it's food line. I mean, it's still, that's just buffet style. It's
Buffet
not,
style.
And that's
cafeteria style.
all you can eat buffet there. How you go. That's cafeteria style because Shoney's you go up to the trough.
Cafeteria style is probably more accurate, but still, you were able to just go and get, whatever food you wanted to get from there.
But you
paid per piece
at the end of the register,
paying one price for the buffet.
But if you're talking about a kid doesn't care. Y'all may have been really good about going to those kind of places and choosing a well-balanced calorie.
My parents
did but I guarantee you probably,
no
got more. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, I was not allowed to get a dessert, and you were allowed to get like one main and one side. And I didn't like anything at Morrison's.
But you were able,
I always had that fish almond dean.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Morrison's was at the Village Fair Mall in Meridian, and we didn't have a Piccadilly.
Lee Mall in Columbus. And we didn't do Piccadilly either. That was Morrison.
Well, both of them were around, but
where was the closest Piccadilly?
I don't remember.
Jackson,
maybe Memphis,
maybe.
Jackson. Yeah.
But for an all-you-can-eat buffet,
I don't even remember there being Chinese buffets in that era. The Chinese, we had House of Kong here, and it wasn't a buffet. So
okay.
So
all right.
I don't remember when they came along.
Do you remember the Wendy's buffet that you would have? Remember Wendy's had a buffet? So
I remember Wendy's having a salad bar.
Had the salad bar, but that they had the buffet. They let's see if I can remember. They would have tacos on it, maybe pizza, but it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. They had it here. I remember that. They had it in Meridian. And then, obviously, Shoney's with the breakfast buffet. The Pizza Hut lunch buffet, which went on for years, was the next one that I remember. I mean, what other famous buffets do you remember?
It's famous ones?
Well, no. Yeah. What buffets do you remember? Do you remember?
I mean, the breakfast bar was by far my
Shoney's
favorite.
breakfast bar.
Yeah. But that's the first, all you can eat. Go back to the trough.
There's
buffet.
Still one in. I think there's still one in downtown Gatlinburg.
Shoney's.
Yeah, and I
and in Knoxville.
Wanted to go to the buffet there, but you read reviews and it's like it's not what it used to be. So
it never
haven't ventured there.
And Shoney's was based out of East Tennessee. We did a shoot in Knoxville not long ago. There was a Shoney's or two in Knoxville as well. So, and what was the hot fudge ice cream cake? Ice cream cake. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the strawberry pie.
Strawberry pie was famous. Yeah, we went through a phase at home where my mom would make the strawberry pie. So, yeah.
After church on Sunday nights, usually is when we went. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And my dad had one of those shopper things where he would. It was Shoney's and Captain D's and maybe one other place, and so we would eat quote unquote free. So we went to both of those places a lot just because he was reporting in about the service and all that.
Secret shopper. Yeah. I did secret shopping for the grill there for a while.
Okay.
They were a pain in the butt. Not the grill, but the reporting company. They were kind of a pain in the butt, So, but anyway, we've gone off the track already.
Yeah.
Let's do Geeks of the Week. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Since you actually
this is one that I should have mentioned last time, and I don't think we've mentioned it on the podcast yet. But Marsha Lucas passed away probably a couple of weeks ago. Now I may have been in Washington when it happened, but George Lucas's former wife, an editor, an Academy Award winning editor, one in 1977 for Star Wars. And a lot of people think she is one of the ones that helped save Star Wars because of her edits and her. She worked closely with George, so it's not like she went in and just cut the film up on her own or whatever. But she would go in and kind of take things, as a good editor does, that the director thinks has to be in there and says, nothing's too precious, let's cut it.
Kill your darlings.
Kill your darlings, yeah. And one of the things she's contributed, or one of the contributions she made was the idea of killing Obi-Wan off and going ahead and raising the stakes and having him die in the lightsaber duel, as opposed to, I think at some point he must have been supposed to get away and still mentor Luke. But she said that would be, and I think Alec Guinness was probably ready to get out of the movie anyway.
Out of movies in general.
That's right. So
Alec Guinness, who got points on Star Wars.
Yes, he did. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm the same age Alec Guinness was when he made Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was kind of hard to
be
swallow.
Art.
Yeah, that's right. She also worked on American Graffiti and Return of the Jedi, and some non-Lucas projects she worked on were Taxi Driver and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
which was the sequel to Alice's Diner, right?
No, I don't think it had anything to do with Alice's Diner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. That's the Arlo Guthrie song, right?
Yeah, but there was a movie.
Yeah, but no, I don't think it ties in together. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think it does. But they did do this TV series based on it, Alice.
Yeah,
that came afterwards.
Kiss my grits.
Yeah.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Flow. But anyway, yeah. Sorry to see that she's passed away, but certainly a major part. I think you talk about the people that really helped push Star Wars over. John Williams, you can't underestimate what his role was, and then hers too. I think.
Well, I saw that people credited the Death Star sequence to her.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The editing and the way she was able to come in, because prior to that, dogfights in movies were a lot like World War II dogfight movies, and she came in and just took bits of dialogue and interspersed it throughout, and so there were 3 editors, I believe, on Star Wars, and they shared the Oscar, but it's the only Oscar, I believe.
I think that's what I was thinking too. I didn't look it up on the way over, but that's what
And she and George got divorced.
83.
Yeah. Right after Return of the Jedi, I believe.
Yeah.
And the rumor was always the reason there was no Star Wars sequels is because there was part of the divorce settlement. There was a period of revenue split,
Is that right?
And so he waited till
that was over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was.
And
always,
she basically got out of filmmaking after that, so she didn't do much after that. But
I'm sure she did well.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's funny.
But anyway,
okay, that's mine.
All right.
Go ahead. It's you.
Okay. So as we record, I think Supergirl is coming out in just over a week.
Okay.
As we
24th, 23rd.
Yeah, around that 20-something. So I just happened to see that Millie Aycock, who plays Supergirl, was on a podcast. Could have been this one, but not yet. Anyway, where she revealed that
she's
her
not
cape,
returning our calls.
right?
or our Instagram DMs or our FaceTime lives, So.
Right, we've hashtagged her. Anyway, she said that her cape for her costume was made from excess material that they found from Christopher Reeve's cape.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and I just think that's really all the information I've got, but it seems like a really neat continuity kind of a thing.
Yeah.
To bring that in. And I mean, who knew where that was? Who had that stashed away to think, why not? Why not an original another Superman movie? Why wasn't it?
Well, you think the one that would have used it on was Superman Returns with Brandon Routh.
Yeah,
you would think. Mm-hmm. I think I said in our chat I started to rewatch Man of Steel.
Oh, you did. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it went off the rails about halfway through. Yeah, the first half is great. I really did not like Kevin Costner's.
That's probably my least favorite thing of the movie.
Let's let all these people die, Clark, because I don't want them to find you out.
Yeah.
No.
That was awful.
It really was awful. And
I didn't mind him. So many people said killing Zod was the thing. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Man of Steel, sorry.
Snap the neck.
That wasn't, that has happened before in the comics. That's not, something that doesn't happen every now and then. And his remorse over it is what, makes him Superman as opposed to, Wolverine.
Yeah.
But the Pa Kent thing was probably the
it's just horrible.
Least accurate, yeah.
And doing my whichever Brady Boy, voice cracking thing. Cavill. How do you pronounce his name?
Cavill. Rhymes with travel.
Yeah. Well, rhymes with wooden acting is what it rhymes with. He was just flat. I think
he was a good Superman. I think he was better in the Justice League movies. I think Man of Steel, he's flat because Snyder directed him that way.
And
there was no chemistry with Amy what's her name?
Amy Adams.
Yeah. And Cavill, I don't think. I didn't feel like she made a great Lois Lane. And she's a great actress.
She is. She's fabulous. She's in Cape Fear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the new. I started because it was up and it just started. Yeah, because I've got that big monitor. Jay thinks I just lay around and eat bonbons all day in my house slippers and watch
series over and over again.
Yeah, no, I'm editing all day long. So, but anyway, yeah, the latest Superman is probably marginally better for me because it's a happier movie. But I'm just like, nothing compares to Superman 78.
Yeah.
Nothing. And Superman 2 is even better, you know? Anyway, it's a tragedy. So, speaking of sequels, Mike Myers says Dr. Evil's coming back. Austin Powers 4 is in the beginning stages of. Apparently, he wants to do a Dr. Evil movie. Austin Powers that features heavily on Dr. Evil.
So. Don't they all?
I don't know. I know. Where do you guys stand? I thought the first one was great.
Thought the first one was great.
And
the second one was okay. Third one, I can't even remember I think that was Goldmember. And it was a funny joke that has run its course. I'm real surprised and it's going back to the well for 4. It's probably a cash grab.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So to me, is Rob Lowe going to show back up?
Oh, I'm sure he will.
So he's busy with what is it, Lone Star 911 and The Floor, and
he's got all kinds of stuff he's doing.
It's like the poster boy for Fox. Yeah. So, but Dr. Evil bag. So. So Jay? Did you like the Austin Powers movies? Do you remember them?
I remember the.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen them all.
Him Mini-Me.
I'm sure I saw the first one, maybe the second one, but I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't see the third one. It just the body humor got, the bathroom jokes just got a little too much for me. So,
I mean, they were okay.
Yeah,
some, but just the whole, I guess, the Bond connection brought me in.
Well, and that's what Daniel Craig and others have said is that he ruined Bond movies for folks because now people can't watch them without thinking about Austin Powers. You can't do the villain's lair and all that kind of stuff anymore because that's Dr. Evil.
That's right. It is Dr. Evil. So, but anyway, a fourth one's coming.
Okay. See, that's what, there's a fourth Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, and there's a fifth or fourth Shrek.
Fifth, yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember much past the third. I don't really remember the third one.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this is the fifth, unless there was like a direct-to-video or something that that they're calling a fourth. But I did notice the interesting thing about the fifth one is that Zendaya is in it.
Right.
So I don't know what role she plays, but I mean,
she's everywhere.
She is everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we jump the shark, hit the brake? Anything? Nothing. They're shaking their heads. All right.
Bueller.
Which just turned 50 or something, 45?
Ben Stein.
40.
I love Ben Stein.
Okay.
Yeah. His day off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, 40, because it was 50.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's associated with that, but a friend of mine, a guy that was in, he was in the Brat Pack documentary we talked about. He was in Chicago for the James Beard Awards, I believe, or up there. Anyway, he posted a picture from the Chicago, one of the art museum there.
Yeah.
And there is you can take the Ferris Bueller tour.
Oh, wow.
And go to go to see all the paintings in the order that Ferris Bueller did.
That's a great museum.
That's what he was saying.
If you've never been, Chicago's an amazing town. So great food town as well.
Shout out to Michael Oates Palmer.
Yeah, well, it was a great food town before The Bear, which I haven't watched all The Bear yet. So final season's about to drop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were having another one.
Yeah, it's the final season.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk Widow's Bay up next. All right, we're back. We're going to talk
Widow's Bay.
Widow's Bay. Yes, lots of fun. It took way too long to figure out how to do that on the board here, but did you watch it?
The
Jay?
Rodecaster Pro 2.
Yeah.
Finished it last night.
Yes, the Rodecaster Pro 2, which is a great piece of technology. So, Widow's Bay, Apple TV Plus, one of their horror entrees. There's a couple other horror-ish on there, right? This is not their first
so.
one.
Now, this is the first one I've watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I don't really do horror.
We've
mostly.
not done it anymore. I mean, I used to really like horror movies. I think we've talked about this before, but it's just I don't watch them anymore like I used to. So many of them are slasher things now too.
If y'all hadn't said that this one was also comedy, I probably wouldn't have watched this one.
Yeah, same with me. And I like Matthew Reese, who's the lead of it. I like him quite a bit from I knew him from back in. Well, I knew him from back in the day. But
Americans.
From the Americans when it first came to prominence.
Apparently,
for me.
he has a really good sense of humor. Very funny guy off screen. But this was the first comedy thing I'd ever seen him in.
Did you watch Perry Mason?
No, Stephen Root's talked about working with him on Perry Mason.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's also in Widow's Bay.
So the setup of Widow's Bay, it's an Apple TV Plus. It's not Sony Pictures. I can't remember who it is.
It's not Sony.
Anyway, it's
I don't think. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
It's very Stephen King-esque. You've got a small town in the
Small
Northeast.
New England town, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Small New England town on an island, and weird things happen.
Yeah.
So pick up from there.
Ties a lot into, the Salem witch lore. They want to be Martha's Vineyard. They're trying to be a tourist attraction. Matthew Reese plays the mayor of the town, and who is
the Lord Protector.
The Lord Protector. That's right. There's also very much a Jaws feel to it, and that's not coincidental because a lot of times they'll meet in the town hall meeting room, the big meeting room that looks a lot like the Jaws meeting room, and they even had a shark that had been drawn and erased on the,
I didn't even see
blackboard. That. Yeah, so that was that's pretty cool, and Matthew Reese's character as the mayor and
Lord Protector
is trying to develop the tourism of the town, trying to do things. He works with he's got a staff that he works with. Patricia is his, one of, I can't remember, I don't know what her official title is, but she works there.
Yeah.
There's an older woman named Ruth that works there. And there's this guy that's kind of, it seems like, maybe the town drunk at first, Wick, who's played by Stephen Root, but he's obviously the Quint Hooper kind of amalgam there, from Jaws. He's a crusty old, seafaring guy. And but also seems to know a lot about what's going on in the town. He fills in a lot of the background of what the mysterious things that are happening in Widow's Bay are.
The only thing missing, they should have given him a stapler.
Yeah.
So
maybe he should have killed something with a stapler. that would have been pretty funny. That would have been pretty funny.
The joke. He was from Office. He was in Stephen Root was in Office Space. He was Milton in Office Space.
Okay,
that's my stapler. My stapler.
He was so good.
Yeah. So, Stephen Root's one of my favorite character actors of all time.
Phenomenal.
He really is good.
He was. He had a prominent role in season 7 of The West Wing. It was fabulous. So.
But it's a 10-episode series. All the episodes are around 30 minutes, maybe up to 40 sometimes, but they're short.
Season finale was 48.
Yeah, it was the longest one.
Yeah.
And maybe the opening episode was a little bit longer one. But each episode, there's a story that's told throughout the season, and there will be a season 2, so they've set that up.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. But each one has a little bit different genre feel to it to me. So, it's like the horror genre. One of the scariest ones for me, other than the clown episode, I'll just say the clown episode because that just terrifies me. Very much like It. But
so we should show up in clown.
That's
costume.
right. That would be terrifying. But is when Patricia has this party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she's sitting there, and you're seeing everything from Patricia's point of view, and all of a sudden they change. They kind of do a whip around with the camera, and you see it with her, and then it goes, and you see the people just standing slack jawed and looking like zombies, and that is scary as it could be. All of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, So anyway, don't want to say too much about what happens, but this legend of Widow's Bay goes back to pre-America, early colonial times in America.
And I think there's also a callback, I think, to Lost.
Oh yeah,
because
that's what
in Lost, the island is in charge. The island does this and does that, and that's exactly
then you're feeling
what's
that
happening
too.
here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like you said, Stephen Root, the Wick character, comes off as the crazy guy at first, but it turns out he's the one that brings the knowledge, for lack of a better word. He really does know what's going on, and I mean, a lot of things like the bell tolling, we get that early, and things happen as a result of it, but we don't know why.
Yeah,
and then in the last episode, you kind of get that.
So how deep into spoilers do we want to get? Because there's a couple things from the last episode.
But this is going to come out in a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
We'll say if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. I mean, don't listen to this.
Watch it.
Don't watch it.
Don't
Please watch it.
Spoilers abound.
So the whole shtick is there's some supernatural being underneath the island that wakes up every so many years that causes doom destruction, and this fog bank comes in, and then this horrible storm comes in, and so they've got to satisfy the creature. And this, to me, was the creepiest part of it, was the fact that there seems to be a process in place to select residents of Widow's Bay to be the sacrificial lamb for the creature to put him back to slumber. And so there's a film reel that's discovered that there's two film reels.
I know you hadn't seen it, but very much like the Dharma Initiative stuff from Lost.
Exactly.
I mean, just like that.
Well, it also feels a lot like Blair Witch a little bit too.
Oh, I'm telling you what, when they're in that shelter and then all of a sudden there's this kind of this resigned feeling to it, that felt a whole lot like that was Blair Witch all the way.
So they end up in a storm shelter. 138 residents and guests on the island end up in the storm shelter as the storm rages in, and one of the characters is trying to find entertainment to keep everybody pacified, and he comes across two 16mm films, one that says "for you" and one for them. For you is a guy pops up in a late 60s sort of attire, said, you've been selected, don't fight it, thank you for all you've done, you had a good life, see ya. And then the other one is how to instruct the handlers to take the sacrificial lambs down the shaft to the place to feed them to the creature underneath. Yeah. And it's very Blair Witch in that the people are in their underwear, their heads are hooded and they're being fed. And so it ties in how many bell rings is how many people.
And the bell is in the church, and first episode you see the bell has rung, and the priest or preacher says the bell rung, and he goes up and looks at the bell, and it's
like chained up.
Is chained. There's no way for
to
this
make it
thing
ring.
to ring at all. So it's pretty interesting.
Which I think was kind of cool because you get all that. Plus, you in one of the early episodes, you get a glimpse of the room below the shelter where some things take place at the end. But then it's kind of gone after that. So
it's
there's
kind of a throwaway.
There's a lot of tie-ins.
Yeah, a lot of foreshadowing that pays off as you go through the later episodes.
Right. I'm going to rewatch it with an eye towards that.
I think as you were saying that too, that maybe I need to rewatch it and see what kind of stuff is there that we, all of a sudden has significance now that we've seen the whole thing.
It's worth a rewatch. It's a lot of fun. There are horror overtones, but it is so hilarious because the characters are caricatures.
Yeah.
They're horror archetypes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like they took the horror movie tropes and played into them directly. Like I said, the It thing. There's a sea hag creature. For a while, the first few episodes almost felt like Scooby-Doo because there's there's a little bit of a monster a week, right?
Yeah, and the sea hag.
We won't go into how she kills folks, but that was pretty entertaining as well, just interesting. But yeah, and that's the episode. I can't remember what it was called, but Patricia's episode where the boogeyman, who was the same name as the Michael Myers character.
Michael Myers character.
And what they did was, and I didn't pick up on this, I read it later, but what they want to do is take that final girl trope and kind of turn it on its head because it's the same thing where, Patricia's running, and Michael Myers, the boogeyman, is chasing her. And he harkens back to a time when she was in high school where this boogeyman killed several folks, and she pretended that he attacked her too or called her. But anyway, she's running, and he's able to keep up with her in slow walk.
The quote unquote chase scene was hilarious.
And then, every time you think you've killed him, he keeps coming back, and so that's that kind of stuff. So when they finally have him subdued, she stands over him with a shotgun, and every scene up until he's cremated, and they open the thing. First thing she asks, "Is there any other way out of this? The oven?" No, there's not. So she waits, and only until he's a pile of dust does she put the shotgun away. So it's hilarious.
Those are just funny. Like last night when the season finale, you've got the mayor character. He's in the vehicle. He's going to sacrifice one of his assistants because it turns out she is the last remaining descendant, or so he thought, of the guy
original mayor, Lord Protector,
who made the deal with the devil there.
I read, as I'm watching this, I was reading something and accidentally read what the spoiler was at the end of that.
Well, you got to put your phone down.
I was looking for something else. I don't know. I was looking just to see if there was going to be a season 2. I mean, and
he couldn't help
popped
himself.
up.
Yeah, so I do the same thing. I was sitting there and I was just trying to figure out, because where have I seen Ruth before? She actually played Ma Kent in Lois and Clark.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So she turned out to be very cool in the last episode.
Oh yeah.
Whereas still a great character throughout, but in that last episode, it's like, okay, she's not who we pictured.
So this is one of those things that's just absolutely hilarious about this show is the Lord Protector, the mayor, goes to visit Ruth to do an ominous task, and the music's playing. It's very horror-esque. It's a low angle shooting up at him as he comes into the house. She doesn't answer the door, so he walks into the house, and he hears this deep breathing like a hag, like you're about to find.
I thought that's who she was going to be.
Like she was going to be on a deathbed or something, and you whip around, and no, she's got her Sony Walkman on, doing 2 miles on her treadmill.
But I really thought, because he was trying to get rid of the last descendant, I thought, okay, something's going to happen that's going to turn her into something evil, and it's going to make his task easier. But they didn't do that. And that's the thing to me. Every time you thought, okay, here's what would happen in a typical horror movie, they turned it on its ear and did something completely unexpected.
I mean, she has on her calendar to help her neighbor off the porch, on the porch every day. I don't mind. It gets me out. It's hilarious.
It's really funny. And the whole show, the whole town is full of all these characters. I mean, we've mentioned a few of them, but there's all these different people that play pieces that kind of contribute to this whole weirdness of things. So even beyond the horror and the comedy, just the compilation of characters they've created is really good.
So the bell tolled 9 times.
Was it 9? We were trying to count. We thought it was 8.
It was 9. So it was like 8 plus 1. But only 8 people died in the course of the show. Okay. So is there going to be a 9th person? And so we're talking about
the 9th person wasn't the guy that it got at the very end, because that's what turned the storm off.
That is what turned the storm
No,
off.
but there was the bell came after, so there's a new. It's like a reset. Kind
Okay,
of
well,
thing.
that's what I thought because we had just figured out what the bell meant.
Yeah.
and the guy goes down to find the kids, and he disappears, and and the storm goes away, and they think everything's fine, and then the bell rings again.
Yeah,
and I thought, okay, what if they got to find 8 more people now? Or what's going on here? Okay, but that maybe it is set up for the next.
Yeah, again, I want to watch it again more closely, but it's
So season 2, they should rip off the Goonies and go with Matthew Reese's son, Evan. What's his name? Evan taking some of his buddies and going into.
well, they kind of you can see
Well,
where
they did.
set
They
that up
started
a little bit.
They did, but that's what they should.
Yeah.
They should rip off the Goonies next.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
So.
they've got a lot. They've built a lot of backstory into this that would be really easy to play off. I think it's going to be really good.
Well, this is the simple fact that there's still a descendant, and he can't do anything about it.
And none of the people that were born on the island can leave the island.
Right.
We did mention that, but that's something that there's a certain point as they get out to sea that bad things happen and they don't survive.
Yeah.
But I will say the last 3 episodes, and the last episode I thought was good, but I still wanted a little bit more closure than we got. And then a couple of the episodes before felt a little fillerish as compared to the other ones. They didn't seem to be quite as tight as the other ones, but the whole series is just really strong.
So I find myself going to Apple TV to find things to watch before any other service now.
Yeah.
Margot's Got Money Problems is hilarious. Have you guys seen? So it's got Dakota Fanning's
Elle Fanning.
Dakota's sister. It's got Nick Offerman and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Nicole Kidman's in it too.
It's great. Not for you, Mrs. Reed. Well, what's the show that Mrs. Reed watched that we were kind of surprised about?
The Last of Us or something else?
I guess it was Last of Us. Yeah. So Margot's Got Money Problems is great. It's produced by David E. Kelly, who did did he do L.A. Law?
We did Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did L.A. Law. He was the hot thing for a while.
He was a hot thing for quite a while. So Ally McBeal, The Practice, Boston Legal are his 3 big ones. So
he didn't do L.A. Law.
No, he did Boston
I guess
Law.
Boston Legal is what I'm thinking of. Boston Law.
Yeah, you got
Denny Crane, which I haven't watched either.
That's Shatner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty good in that, right?
Yeah, we watched some of that, yeah.
Phil, my brother-in-law, Phil Valentine, he loved that show. So you've got to watch this show. You love Shatner. You got to watch this show. And I never did, so I may have to go watch it.
Yeah. So, but you got Margot's Got Money Problems and Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which is Tatiana Mosley.
Yeah.
She-Hulk or Orphan Black.
Orphan Black, yeah. Really. Mm-hmm.
So, which that's pretty funny too. I mean,
we started watching that, and I can't remember if we lost whatever or just got rid of whatever service it was on. But we need to go back and revisit that. I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I'm sure you can find. I never watched it. I heard that Mr. Robot or 2. I probably need to go find.
Yeah.
And
but Apple TV, to your point, is becoming, and it's we've got Ted Lasso coming up. We've got Silo coming up.
Yeah.
Was there one other thing?
What else is coming out on Apple TV Plus?
But
they've got a Keanu Reeves movie called, I think, Outcast.
Yeah.
You've seen that? I want to see that.
It's a movie, though, not a series.
It's a movie. Yeah.
Cape Fear, which is Javier Bardem and Amy Adams, who we just talked about, and Patrick Wilson. Eternity is a fantasy romantic comedy that was on back in February. So it had Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen. I missed that.
I remember seeing that, the billboard for that. Didn't watch it.
Yeah, Sugar Season 2, Colin Farrell.
I hadn't watched that.
I didn't watch that. For All Mankind, which
we're going to talk about at some point.
Yeah.
Too, but,
so
Monarch, Star City now. Which has anybody watched any of Star City yet?
I've watched a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
It's a little dark for me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, but anyway. All right, that's going to do it for this time around. We'll see you next week, maybe, if the monster doesn't get us.